Hi everyone, welcome back to Code Step by Step. My name is Anil. In this part of Node.js, we will learn how we can connect Node.js with the MongoDB. So guys, if you don't have basic knowledge of MongoDB, then you can watch our previous 3 videos. Link is given in the playlist as well as in the description box. So in that 3 videos, I already told you what is MongoDB, how we can install them, some basic commands and some basic code operation without any programming language. So now let's start with the points of this video. First of all, we have to install MongoDB npm package. Then we will connect MongoDB with the Node.js. After that, we will show data from MongoDB to Node.js. So what is that data? Here you can see that we have a ecom database, and inside it we have a products collection. So we will show these three data inside Node.js. And after that, at the last, we will discuss some important interview questions from this video. So now let's start with the MongoDB npm package. MongoDB npm, you can just write it on a search box. Then you will just have to click on the first link, and this is the official MongoDB driver for Node.js, right? There is a other package also like Mongoose and all. You can use these package also, but this is the official package. That's why I am using MongoDB with the Node.js for just connect MongoDB with the Node.js. So now let's install it. For that, you can just simply use here npm i MongoDB or npm install MongoDB. So package is installed now. So now let's import this MongoDB package. So let's take a const require and put here MongoDB. So and here let's import Mongo client. So if you are a fresher in JavaScript and Node.js, maybe this syntax is weird for you. So you can use the another syntax also. I can just tell you. So just take a const like this, and you can just simply put here dot MongoDB client. So the both syntax are same, but first one is much modern, and this is also recommended in the official documentation. I can show you here. So that's why I am using the Mongo client destructure. So what Mongo client will do, it will help us to connect Node.js with the MongoDB. How? I can tell you. So with the connect Node.js and MongoDB, we must have to know that where our MongoDB is actually running. So let's take a URL, constant URL, and let's simply put here MongoDB : // localhost : 27017. If you are fetching your MongoDB from localhost, this is the probably your link of MongoDB. So if you just make that path custom and you just change something with the URL and all, that time maybe your MongoDB path is different, but there is a 98 or 99% chances that your local MongoDB path will be same. Great. So after that, let's just take a constant with the name of client. So let me fix this typo. And here what we can do here, we can just create an object MongoDB client, and let's simply put here URL. So that line, what it will do, MongoDB will detect this URL and just find that if MongoDB is present on that URL, then it will be successfully connect our system, our Node.js with the MongoDB. Otherwise, it will throw a error, right? So now you may have a question that why we are just putting here client. So now that time actually Node.js is basically a client and MongoDB a server. That's why we are just putting a name of client. Otherwise, you can just take it any name like result, ABC, XYZ, whatever you want, right? So after that, let's take a function, and function, let's say get data, because till now our database is connected with the MongoDB, and now we are fetching data from database. So just simply put here get data, and here what we can take here, just take a result variable or let, and let's fetch the data from client and just simply put here client.connect. So that command will just make a connection between Node.js and MongoDB, but it will basically return a promise. Here you can see that in a result we have a promise. So how we can handle this promise? We can just simply put here await, but whenever we are using await keyword, our function should be async. So just put here async. Great. Now let's we just have to tell that to the result that which database we want to connect, because MongoDB is connected, that's fine. And now we have three databases here: admin, config, and ecom. So what database we want to connect? So we want to connect here ecom. So let's take again a const and just simply put here db name is like ecom, and even you can just put here database name, right? So because it will make a more sense. So now let's simply put here db equal to result dot db. This is a function, and in that function we have to pass our database name. Even you can pass this is a string your database name, but this is a good practice to use, just take a constant to database, because otherwise maybe someone can change the database name and all. So it's a good practice to take your database name in a constant. And after that, maybe in a single database we have a lots of collections also, like we have products. For a moment we have only one, so but maybe we have users, clients, orders, address. There's a lots of collections may be present here, so we have to just give the collection name also. So just simply put here collection equal to db dot collection and put your collection name, which is products, and here you can just cross verify it. Our collection name is products. Okay, great. And after that it will basically return again promise. If I'm just putting it over, this is basically a collection. So let's take another variable, and it can be, let's say, data, because now we are just fetching the last data here. So just put here collections dot find, and inside find we have to push a blank object. It will just return the old result from our collection dot to array. And what this to array will do, it will just make a format of our array, right? Fine. And now you will find that if you are just printing this collection console.log data, then it will again basically returning a promise. So now let's run this. Okay, so now actually we just have to call these functions, we did not call yet. So just simply put here get data function, and now you can see that a promise is pending. So how we can resolve it? Simply put here await in the front of this, and now you will find that we are getting the three results here. First one is iPhone, second one for the Samsung, and third one for the Nokia. Here you can see that. If I am just putting here fourth one also, so let's say I am putting here name is one, and you can just say that name is, let's say, Node, and now you can just put here brand, and let's say brand is OnePlus. Then we can simply put here price, let's say price is $4,400, and at the last category, and let's say category is mobile. And now if I am just entering it, after that you can see that we have 4 results here, and the last result is Nokia, and I am just running it again, and you will find that we got the node also here. So with that way we can add more data and we can show here. So it's time of interview question. So interview question is here, can we connect two database at the same time? The answer is yes. So as you can see that we just created a one instance here, and after that we just connected a one database with the result. Even you can mention here two database also, and you can just create two constant and you can fetch the data from two database also. So thank you so much for watching this video, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel.